It's 10 p.m., and you've been anchored to your desk since the London Open. Your eyes are bloodshot and burning. Your back feels like it's fused into the chair. You're watching candles flicker and dance until they begin to look like meaningless, hypnotic, static. You tell yourself this is dedication. You tell your family you're grinding for the future. You convince yourself that if you just stare at the 1-minute chart for one more hour, you'll finally uncover the hidden pattern that unlocks the market's secrets. But the cold, hard truth? You aren't working. You're haunting your own office. Spending 12 hours a day looking at candles doesn't make you a professional. It makes you a screen time addict. Because after the 4th hour, your brain effectively stops processing objective data. It enters what psychologists call the Vigilance Decrement. This is a biological state where your brain, starved for a new stimulus, starts hallucinating high-probability setups where there are none. Inventing logic out of random noise just to justify the sheer amount of time you've wasted sitting in that chair. You aren't seeing an edge anymore. You're seeing a mirage. In almost every other profession on Earth, more hours equals more output. If you're a carpenter, 10 hours equals more furniture. But trading is a high-performance mental sport. It functions more like being a sniper than a factory worker. And a sniper doesn't get better by staring through a scope for 48 hours straight until their vision blurs. They stay sharp, rested, and ready to execute with precision in the 3 seconds that actually matter. When you sit there all day, you are burning through your finite decision capital. You're draining your mental battery on every minor tick, every insignificant 5-minute candle, until you're too fatigued to execute an actual A+ setup when it finally appears. Or even worse, you've already blown your daily risk limit on the noise your tired brain saw at hour 6 because you were bored. Think about the decision fatigue loop. Every time you ask yourself, is this it? Or should I enter here? You are pulling a liter of fuel out of your cognitive tank. By the time the New York Open arrives, your tank is, empty. You are trading on fumes. You are no longer a hunter. You are a victim of your own exhaustion. Your brain is a magnificent pattern recognition machine. But it malfunctions when it's overstimulated. It leads you to invent support levels that don't exist, and breakouts that are just minor market breaths. You become desperate for a trade to happen just so you can finally feel like you've earned your time. You are projecting your internal desires onto the market instead of reading its reality. The most successful traders move aggressively from quantity to quality. They understand the 2-hour kill zone. They show up for peak volatility. They execute their edge with surgical coldness. And then they disappear. They protect their clarity because they understand that their edge lives in their mental rest, not their screen time. They treat their eyes like a precision instrument that must be shielded from the static of low-probability hours. If you want to survive this game long-term, you have to implement an exit protocol. You have to set a hard timer. Close the laptop with authority when it goes off. Reclaim the life you've been slowly losing to the glow of the screen. Because while the market will always be there tomorrow, your capital, your relationships, and your mental health might not be if you don't learn how to walk away. Stop being a ghost in your own home. Stop the addiction to the candles and start the profession of trading. Move toward a mindset where you trade for freedom. Instead of building yourself a screen time prison, join a community that values the dignity of the wait. Learn to trade to live rather than living to trade. If you are ready to reclaim your time and sharpen your edge, hit that subscribe button. Join the Market Survival Fortress. Let's start operating like the elite professionals we were meant to be. Protect your capital, protect your mind, and I'll see you in the next one.